So today we're going to look at the heart, and I have a heart right here. I'll point out, you can't really see the blood vessel directly, but you can see these little lines where the coronary arteries would go, and there's fat surrounding that coronary artery that kind of covers it up. But in general, there's definitely blood vessels moving around that nourish and support the muscle of the heart itself. If we were to do a frontal section through the heart, whoosh, like that, oh, special effect. This is what it looks like on the inside. And the big thing is you want to find the four chambers. So if we kind of open it up, this is a chamber, this is a chamber, this is a chamber, and up here is a chamber. So the top two chambers are the atria, the bottom two chambers are the ventricles, and then this one is the left ventricle. We know that for two reasons. One, when I held the heart this way, this is the left side from the point of view of the heart itself, but also this is the thicker muscle, and the left ventricle has the thicker wall because it has to pump blood all the way to the entire body, so the head, the arms, the legs. The right ventricle has a thinner wall because it just has to pump to the lungs. The left atrium here and the right atrium, these have very thin walls. You can kind of see how thin and skinny that wall is because all the atria have to do is pump the blood to the ventricles. So thin walls, thicker, thickest, which matches where the blood is being sent. The other thing you can see here are the valves. So between the atria and the ventricle, this is called an atrioventricular valve. This is one. And then here's another atrioventricular valve right there. And attached to each of these valves are these little stringy things called the chordae tendineae. And the idea of these valves is they let the blood go from the atria to the ventricle, no problem. But if the blood tries to go the other way, whoosh, they snap shut. And those chordae tendineae anchor and reinforce the valve so it doesn't flip inside out. The one on the left is called the mitral valve or bicuspid. The one on the right is the tricuspid valve, and you can remember that with lamb rat. Left atrium has the mitral bicuspid, right atrium has the tricuspid. The other type of valve is the semilunar valves. Those are between the ventricle and the blood vessel leaving the heart. So here's the aorta has kind of been cut in half, but this is actually the valve right here. And you'll notice there's no chordae tendineae here, and the reason why is when the left ventricle pumps, the blood kind of goes boom, and it's gone. So very little blood is going to trickle back against this. But you can see the same situation here where the blood can easily go this way, but if I try and go the other way, I snag that valve and it shuts. And that's it.